Hi guys, how's it going? What's up? How's everybody doing tonight? Getting through the holidays, I'm hoping. Everybody's all set. And went over to one of my best places. It was a little bit of a line tonight, so yeah. I got some double doubles, animal style, no tomatoes, and got myself an extra large root beer. Now they went up on their price again. So the price is up again, about 40 cents now. Every time, seems like every time I'm going there now, hey, Joseph, it's going up. Very quiet. And it rained most of the day, so I tried to stay in. Yep, it was $5.80 for a double-double. And they do have the new cherry Coke and the light lemonade on their menu. But yeah, 2 burgers and extra large Coke was about 16. About 16. And I think it was, at one point, it was somewhere around 12 or 14, I think. But, yeah, double-double. So, yeah, went up across the board. Anyway, it is what it is. Hey, watch Draymond. Yes, animal style, no tomato. About a half-hour wait, too. The place is always busy. There's always a line. No matter what time of day it is, what time of night it is, there's always a line. I think the quickest I've ever gotten through is like 15 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Guess it's kind of small. But compared to, what is it, Five Guys. Five Guys is double the price. Yeah. This was at the store. Amazed at the prices. The bottle of salad dressing was $8 for Thousand Island. It was a family size, but $8 for salad dressing, and regular one was like $6. So I'm telling you, man, $6 for a loaf of bread, $4 for a gallon of milk. And we're talking big bucks, man. And if you go to Carl's Jr.'s, forget it. You can just sell a kidney or a house, or take out a loan from a shark or something. $18 for a combo. Ridiculous. But it is what it is. I didn't think adding all that stuff was that expensive to add cherry Coke and light lemonade, but I don't know. So, nice and festive bag. All the season's greetings, Feliz Navidad, everything from them to you. So, hopefully everything went well for you guys, all your holidays. Now, I don't know if you guys, yeah, it's for the holiday time. I don't know if you guys are all celebrating. Some people celebrate different things. Some people don't celebrate. It's all relative, but I guess they got you covered. It says Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, Feliz Navidad. Doesn't say um, Rosh Hashanah or anything like that, or Festivus or Kwanzaa. But it is what it is. And now, if you didn't make it to McDonald's, I believe the Happy Meal is gone. And now they've got the kids' Happy Meal Squishmallows is the prize in it. So no more adult Happy Meal. That didn't last very long. Yeah, this is my styling hat, I guess. I don't know. I should have put the other shirt on, but didn't get it. I got the pimp shirt. Tonight's menu is double doubles. Festivus, about 11:30. Season's greetings from In-N-Out. And an extra large root beer. One of the few places that actually have root beer. Not everybody does it. I know McDonald's doesn't. I think Burger King has root beer. Yeah, you will see tonight in about a half hour, there is another one. And it's going to be a two-part, so you'll see another one at noon. Kind of goes hand in hand. You'll see once you get to the review. So I had them floating around for a little while, so I'll put those out there for you guys. If you're wrestling fans, maybe you'll like that one. What else? I do have some stuff coming up. And before I get too involved here, just wanted to show you guys, I ordered something from Amazon. I was waiting for it for a while. I was on back order. And this is what I got. There's no logo. And this is cool. These are metal. They're full metal, and they do glow in the dark. Like here. They're metal, and they have really big things, and if you put them under the light long enough, they will glow in the dark. So that's kind of cool. Yeah. So that one was one I got. Along with other stuff that I had on back order for a long time. Yeah, you could find them on Amazon. You could find them on other D&D dice, hardcore dice, Dice Envy. Oh boy, there's a whole lot of different companies out there. Legends Dice. And they could be anywhere from about $5 up to 100. Some of them. So it just depends on how elaborate you want to get. If you want to go glass, if you want to go wood, if you want to go stone, handmade, full metal, dice that light up, dice that glow, oversized dice, Rickroll dice. So anyway. Yeah, fidget spinners, those kind of died off. I remember they had them. I have somewhere I have a fidget spinner. I got it. Never used it. And then they have the other things in not just spinners, but the popping things and things that you push in. Our fidget spinners were bubble wrap. Remember that? Little bubble wrap, pop, pop, pop. Whenever you get packing or something. Now it's just those big pillows, so they don't do the bubble wrap anymore, unfortunately. I've seen virtual bubble wrap. Go online and you do it. Yeah. Been a long time. They have clickers, and then they have we used to have cool toys, but they don't do them anymore. I was trying to find some of them. They were called one of them was called Wheelo. Oh, cool. It was a metal like hook, and then it had that little wheel, and it was magnetic, and it went along the thing, and then it would spin and loop back. And then they had the drinking bird that would go dip down and drink the water. Then we had the pins that you put your face in, the Etch a Sketch. What else did they have? The little drops in the bottle. You turn it upside down. Sand sculptures, slime, a couple other stuff like that. Then those little metal balls on the string where you click them back and forth. Somebody had that I knew had one of those clocks that had the little metal balls in them, and it would put up one every second, and then it would slide down, and that was kind of cool. Yeah, they had spinners. They had the light up ones. They've had ones that actually made messages. They had a lot of that old stuff. Not so much anymore. They had the craze, I remember. The fidget spinner craze was out for a while. It was like everybody had them. And then they were getting real elaborate, like Batman and all the other ones. Yeah. I had a lot of that stuff when I was little. And then with the little magnetic guy with the fuzz, and you'd put it up for his hair and put it for a beard. And the magic slate. Before iPads, before anything, we had the cheap magic slate. It was just a little crayon and the little wax thing, and then you draw on it, and then you lift it up. Or what was Magna Doodle? Remember that one? We also used to have what was that one? It was well, they had Mad Libs where you'd fill them in, and then they also had the magic ink things where you would connect the dots and you draw the lines and they'd fill them in, or you'd shade it in pencil and you make a drawing. Remember those? Also, I somewhere I had a book of the Choose Your Own Adventure. You would have the adventure, and you'd start reading and said, turn to page 35 if you want to do this, turn to page 22 if you want to do this, and then you'd go through the book back and forth, kind of like that. Reminds me of the first Laserdisc games. Dragon's Lair. That was state of the art back then. Dragon's Lair and Space Ace were the two. Yep. And everybody had a stereograms book. Then they had posters too. And you'd look at them, you'd stare at them for a few minutes, and then your eyes would go crazy. And then it would pop out 3D. Some people couldn't do it. I remember staring at those things forever. And finally, it's all of a sudden, whoa, whatever it was popped out. And I was like, whoa, cool. And then I started seeing all the 3D images, horses and all these different things, and you'd flip the page. And then they had posters like in doctors' offices and stuff like that. Some people would sit there and stare at it and stare at it. They could never get it to work, and they get mad. I don't see it. I don't see it. That was like the people with the colorblind test. Some people cannot see color. And no matter how you try, you can't see it. So they were out of luck if they tried to figure out whatever the image was. Anyway, remember those. What else do we have? All the handheld games were cool. I had the bass fishing game. it You would fling it out, you try to catch the fish, and it would shake. This was before Game Boy. Well, LCD screens and Merlin and Simon and all those other annoying things that made noise. I had a little handheld Dungeons and Dragons game. It was a little LCD thing. Those were cool. They kept you entertained. Definitely before you had a Nintendo or any of those other Game Boys or anything like that. Back in the day, that was state of the art in the electronic football game, yeah. And then they had baseball, and I think they had hockey, and I think they had some other ones. And we were getting styling with Atari. I remember playing the first Atari games. Adventure, all you were is a little square. And you had to slay the ducks. They looked like they were dragons, but they looked like ducks. And you were the little dot going around the corner. Real simple graphics back then. Didn't take a lot to keep you entertained when you were a little kid, at least in my day. For Christmas, our Christmas gifts were, very simple. Yep, I had a Atari 2600, the first ones. Then they had another version, or it didn't have the switch. It just had a black switch in the back. The difficulty switch was A and B, and then later they took that one away. Now apparently they have like an Atari system, and it's all online, and you get like a subscription, and then you buy things. And also I've seen the joystick. Yep. All those cartridges. I had to plug them in. And they had quite a few. That kept me busy for a while. I had lots of the ones. Some of them were okay. Most of them you didn't play after a while. They got boring. Pitfall. I used to be able to play video pinball. I could play that thing forever. Take it out of the drain. What else? Video pin. Yar's Revenge. I'm trying to remember some of the other ones. Breakout, of course, came with it. Pac-Man was horrible. Asteroids was kind of horrible too. Yeah, they got a bunch of them. Yeah, they got one that was actually a joystick that had games built into it. I don't know. And then they had the Commodore 64 and all those other ones. But I played the 2600 for quite a bit. I don't know what. I think somewhere along the line, I got rid of it. I gave it away, sold it at a garage sale or something. That was back in junior high, so yeah. But that was the thing of the day, game systems. Simple stuff. Now, I don't know. I don't, every year they usually have something that's like the trend. I don't even know what the trend was this year. I know one year it was a Furby. One year it was Tamagotchi. Tickle Me Elmo. What was the other one? Cabbage Patch Kids, of course. Everyone went nuts over that. Um, yeah, I don't know what the new one. PS5 probably was the new craze for the last couple years. I heard it was really tough to come by. Um, and of course, then you get tablets and iPhones and stuff now. So it's nothing but usually every year something was like the main hot toy. I remember like the movie Jingle All the Way. He had to get the Rock'em Sock'em Terrible Man with the Rock'em Sock'em action fist and a jetpack. Had to get it for my boy. We don't want you, Booster. Get out of here. That was great. We don't want you, Turtle Man. It's Turbo Man. Yeah. Haven't seen that. I haven't seen that for a little while. It's still funny. I didn't watch too many new ones. I did watch what did I just watched one of the new ones. What was that one? Zach Myers or Zach something or others. One, it's part one, and there's going to be another part two, like in April, I think. Uh, it was okay. Hmm. Yeah, and I'm not really been keeping up. I don't do game systems anymore. The last one I had was a an Xbox, the original one. I had a Nintendo 64 and an Xbox. Didn't have any of the PS ones or the whatever the Xbox 360, whatever they are now. I can't even keep up on them. I just can't see spending, what, a couple $100 for a system and then 50, $60 per game. And that's all it does. I know some of them they do like streaming and you can you can watch movies on them. But I just don't like to do something that you have to rely on whatever format it is. Same with like a coffee maker. You have to buy the pods or you have to buy something for it. So, it is what it is. But some people are way into the gaming systems. They got the whole game room, they got the big screen TV, they got the stereo surround sound, they got the gaming chairs, they got the whole layout and all the headphones and whatever. And you see them playing all those shooter games. What is it, Recon and Halo and all those different ones that I've seen. Get way into it. I can't get into that anymore. Yeah, I don't know what happened. There for a while, the big thing was that Wii system. Everybody used to do the bowling and the running around, and that kind of died off. I don't see too much for the Wii anymore. I don't think anybody's into it. Too much work. You have to jump around and do running and play tennis. And they don't want to sit and do this stuff. They just want to play. They don't want to have to do the exercise. So yeah, I don't know. Anyway, that's either here or there. Yeah. So I didn't really do anything spectacular for Christmas. Just stayed home, stayed out of the problem, stayed away from all the nasty stuff. Like I said, I had a lot of things sent to the home. I got a few reviews that I got to do. Um, I do have some candies and stuff that I got sent that I've got to go through. And what else do I got? Yeah. But you'll be seeing some other ones. Probably the review will be going up in about 10 minutes. Yeah. I don't know. Some of those old games were kind of cool. What was the old one? The Nintendo Power Glove. I remember that one. That was a big thing when that came out. And they had the movie. It's the Power Glove. And the VR system and it was a bazooka and the game mat and all that stuff. That was like real big into the Nintendo. They had everything for that one. I had the Nintendo 64. I played a few games on it. Didn't really didn't really get into it. I thought it was cool when it came out. I think I had like maybe like a dozen games for it at all. I'm not a serious gamer. Some people are way, way, way into the gaming. They're playing what Fortnite and whatever all the new games are. I can't even keep up with them. But yeah, if you like all that, it's good. But I play on a tablet. That's about it. Yeah, back in the day, the Wizard was the one they were going to. Fred Savage was going to the Nintendo Finals, and that was for Super Mario World 3. There's a promo for the whole thing with Power Glove. And they used to have the magazine, Nintendo Power magazine, and they were telling you all the new stuff that you had the Power Glove, the virtual goggles, the game map, the bazooka, all the different stuff that was coming out, strategies and tips. I remember they would tell you how to beat a level or um, how to do a hidden hack, something like that. You had to have the game manuals. I actually had some of them. I think for the Nintendo 64, I had a Perfect Dark or something like that, and GoldenEye, and it told you, what moves to make to get like unlimited lives or turn something on. I used to play those all the time, but I was more into the old style PC games, Sim City, The Sims, was Civilization, um, Duke Nukem, Doom. Those were the old style ones, man. I used to play those all the time. Yeah, Duke Nukem. Was it? What's that? The Descent. That was the one with the spaceship. It was kind of like Doom with the spaceship. You had to get the keys. You had to go through the mazes. And of course, I did have Grand Theft Auto. I think it was 3, Vice City. I think that was the one that I had. I played that all the time. I loved to play that just to goof around. You'd wait on a bridge and you just shoot the people coming down the street. You get into the gangster mode, and then cops would chase you, and you get all crazy. Yeah, like I said, that was back when I had a old PC. I think it was a 386 or some ridiculous thing, and then I used to, yeah, the Nintendo 64. I played that, but yeah, I used to play those Sim City, the regular one, Civilization. I had a bunch of other ones that I used to play, like the adventure games, like Ultima. What was the other one? Might and Magic. There was a couple other series and stuff, early series that I played all the time, and then they had sequels and one, two, three, four, five, six. Um, yeah, yeah. I hadn't been a long time since I played those. Uh, Mostly I just do stuff on the tablet. I do like little adventure games and stuff. Yeah, good Thursday morning for you guys. It's not quite. It's close. It's going to be Thursday. We're getting closer towards the end of the year, so hopefully you guys are ready for it. I don't know. Are you? Are you not? But we will see. And I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna work the um I'm gonna work the New Year's. Because was it New excuse me. Yep. I don't know how I'm gonna work the New Year's Eve, if I'm gonna do a New Year's Eve stream or I'm gonna wait till the next day. I don't know. I have to think it out. I have to get some bubbly or something. I guess I don't know. But I gotta figure out something to have. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'll figure something out. And then I have to. I still have. I got a little bit of stuff here. I got Jack Daniels and Coke. I got a little bit of Fireball. I got. Don't have any eggnog. I have to stock up on that one. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff I could probably check out. Although, looking in the store, man, I can't believe how expensive some of those things are. Whew. A bottle of alcohol is going to cost you 15, 20 bucks at least. Yep, exactly. Yeah, I got a couple of new things coming up. I don't even know what I'm going to do for the official New Year's review. I don't know. I have to figure something out. But I've got things in store. I've got things that I've already done. I've got things that I need to do still. Yeah, I'll figure it out. And right now, it is kind of slow as far as new items from places. So I'm gonna have to go back and reach back and find a few things to check out. There's always something I can review too that I haven't done. Go back to my bucket list and find stuff that I haven't tried, that I've wanted to try that's been on the menu forever. I have a couple that I still got sitting around, and some of them may be out of date, but still could do that. And then, yeah, okay. Merry Festivus, yes, Merry Festivus. Yeah, like I said, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Feliz Navidad. Whatever you're celebrating, season's greetings. So, yeah, that was a shock going through the drive-through and finding out they raised the prices again. It seems like every time I go there, every couple months, they jack the price up another quarter or something, about 40 cents this time. So it's got to be the supply. I don't know. Yeah, 40 cents across the board. And I remember when I first started going to it, it was like three and a half for a double double. It was really cheap. Mm. There is a movie called Joysticks. You can watch that. They are sleeping. Tazzie's asleep on his bag over there, and I think Tazzie's off somewhere. So I think the review is up now. Yep, the review is up. So you can check out the new review if you're a wrestling fan. Yep. And unfortunately, where I got it's not there anymore. So I have to. I don't know. I have to find it online or something. I used to have the one that was cool. I had it for my PC, and it was stylized when it had the suction cups on the bottom. It had the pistol grip. It had the button on the top. You could switch it to the button on the side. It was all adjustable, smooth, and it moved. Um, yeah, it had the one on the top, and it had a trigger. And it had the button on the side. It had the suction cups. You could put it down. It was all moving real cool. You could adjust it. Wasn't the cheapo Atari one. Used to play those on Atari, and you'd break them, and your finger would be like all messed up because you had to. The thing was like about that tall, and you had to kind of move the thumb on the top, and it was um, those Atari ones were tough. And they came out with the other ones and the sticks and all that. But yeah, they had all those customizable ones, pistol grips and adjustable. Yeah. Then they had the mouse. They had track balls. They had I remember the one mouse. It was a track ball, and then it had like a side click button. You did that, and then they had the pads, the touch pads. Those didn't last very long. A lot of people had those on the laptops. They hated them. I actually have a laptop, and I use a wireless mouse because I don't like those little touchpads. They're not fun. They're tough, and I don't like having to maneuver around that little pad. So never did like those. And then they had other ways to move around. Mostly mouse was easiest. Trackball ones were a pain because I always get dust in them and you have to clean them out. Or you had to put them on a pad. They would all get messed up all the time. And I remember the one I worked at a computer. Oh, this was horrible. We worked at a computer center and we had multiple PCs that we could do different stations. And someone came up with a bright idea of having wireless mouse on each station, and each one was tuned to the station. We had like what about 5 or 6 of them, and they all had wireless mouse. However, the wireless mouse ran on batteries, so we had to have a charger, and we had to keep AA batteries charged up all the time because the mouse was always dying, and then you had to swap out the batteries between the different ones, and it was a pain in the butt. And he kept having to buy those rechargeable batteries and put them in. It was not fun. They should have just had the regular mouse, but someone came up with a bright idea. Said, "Hey, we'll have wireless mouse. You could use it across the room." Yeah, yeah, not real bright, guys. We're always having to charge them, and then they go bad, and then you had to get new ones. And yeah, it was not a fun thing because they would go bad after a little while. So many charges, they wouldn't hold the charge anymore, and then you had to chuck them and get a whole new battery system. Yep. Wireless ones are not fun. And then, like I said, um the batteries would like die in the middle of things. I had one that you could put the mouse in a cradle to charge it, but then you couldn't use it. Yeah, I had those too. It was cool. Basically, what you do is when you weren't using it, you just park the mouse in the cradle. But you're in the middle of stuff, and then all of a sudden the mouse dies. You're like, crap. So, yeah, it was kind of a pain. I don't remember everything about it, but yeah, it has changed quite a bit. Not so much anymore now. The mouse is kind of like, and my mom still has a old PC that's a touch screen, laptop that's a touch screen. I remember that was like a big thing. They don't even do that anymore, and they don't have CD drives anymore. They've kind of done away with those. Hang on a second, guys. I'll be right back. I have to step aside for 2 minutes. They don't even use the touch screen anymore. It's like no one does that anymore. That was standard for a while. Touch screen, CD player, CD write. They don't even do that anymore. Um, no floppies either. I don't think anybody has a floppy disk. It's gone. I don't know if they've done PCs or laptops with floppy disks in forever. And they may have them with CDs, but not really. And the writable ones are kind of like gone. Thumb drives were pretty popular for a while. Yeah, I remember I had a tower and it was a dual CD, one to read and one to write. Copy discs all the time. Somewhere I've got a stack of rewritable floppy disks somewhere, or the CDs. And my old PC would actually etch pictures. You could etch pictures on the discs. It was a picture etcher or something like that. You could put things on there. Yeah, you could get portable floppy drives. You can get external ones. But really no need for it anymore because you can get a thumb drive that like has 10 times the amount. I used to have the old iOmega zip drive. What was it, 100 meg on one they were called floppies, but 100 meg storage, removable storage. It didn't store much back then. That was back when the hard drive was like, 10 gig maybe. I don't know. But anyway, that was a long time ago. Things have changed. They don't even, I still have a portable 500 gig drive that's external. I've mostly got movies and stuff on it. Could plug into anything, so it's pretty good. But yeah, back in the day, it was all about that. Thing was about this. It's about the size of a deck of cards, and you don't have to have power. Just plug it into the USB, and then you can run whatever thing in the storage. Movies, pictures. You could even do games, I guess. Some of them, though, do authenticate the things. I remember playing, one was called Fate. And it was like an adventure game. And you had to have the disc to check to run it. To start it up, you had to have the disc physically in the drive. And then you just go around the dungeon, opening treasures and avoiding traps. Yeah. Back in the day, though, when I had the old PC, they didn't. 1 terabyte was really, really expensive. It was like $150 for a terabyte, and the 500 meg was like pretty standard. But now I haven't even priced them. I don't even know. They tried that for a while. They were, what was it? The Google Glass was for a minute. That didn't last very long. I actually had one time long ago. I ended up taking it back because it was crap. I had a VR glasses that work with an iPhone, and I think it was about $250, and it worked with I think it was an Apple, the iPhone 4 or the iPhone 3. I don't even remember what it was. All you did was you plugged it into it and you just saw the picture in these little glasses. And it was so slow, and it was not very good. I ended up taking it back. There was so much negatives. It took forever to charge. and it was real small, and you couldn't see it really good. That was way back when, and before they really got into the techs. But anyway, yeah, technology has changed quite a bit. Now they're doing, yeah, the what was it, the Google Glass and the all that new things. Oh, first ever phone. um, the first ever phone that I got was a Motorola, and it was an analog flip phone. It was, they called it the brick or whatever. It was those little um, phones, and it flipped open. Hey, Andre, flipped open, and it had the push buttons, and it just had a digital display. There was no texting. You had to pull the little antenna up, and then it had that big gray battery on the back. That was my first one, and I had that for a while. This was before they went digital. I got it because it was for emergencies with my car. I had a car and I had problems. Hey, Andrew, not too bad. Just having some In-N-Out burger tonight, and we're talking tech, old tech. But I had that one. Um, then when they switched to digital, I think I got a StarTAC. Wow, that's old. It was a little StarTAC phone. I hated that one. It was very quiet. Stayed at home. Stayed out of all the problems. Didn't really celebrate. Just had a nice dinner and stayed home. So yeah, I don't know if you guys did any celebration. I did make it down to Deacon Dave's. Did a walkthrough of his thing. I put that up a little while ago. Um, but yeah, I was not Christmassy. Yeah, I had a pager. I had a pager and then that analog phone for a while. And then I went up to the StarTAC, and then after that, I think I went to an LG, and I got some. I still have an old one, the LG Envy. It was a split phone, and it had the keyboard. You open it up in the middle, and I had another one with you. It was a flip phone, and you can change the faceplate to different colors. I think my mom had one of those old Nokia, the old Nokia big block that were like forever. The big plastic phones with no antenna. Everybody had them. They did that same tone. And then I had what did I have? I had, yeah, the NV. I had the NV2. And believe it or not, I have it somewhere. And it was BlackBerry Storm. That was the answer to the Apple iPhone. BlackBerry put out a touch screen. It didn't. It was so chintzy. I ended up having to take my one back because it malfunctioned. And I actually watched they had a series on A&E about how BlackBerry came to be and how they started the BlackBerry. And they talked about shipping out that first BlackBerry Storm, and they took a beating because they shipped the first version out and it was defective, and they had to return all the phones, couple million phones that they had put out that didn't work, and mine was one of them. Yeah, and I remember the glass was not even sealed. It just was a piece of glass, and you could get dust and stuff in the middle. It was a real crappy phone, but kind of got locked into it. That was back when I got that, before I got the iPhone, because when the iPhone first came out, it was an AT&T exclusive. You had to have AT&T, and I had Verizon. And then somewhere along the line, I think after the 3 or the 4, they let you get it on Verizon, AT&T, or Singular. yeah, so that's when somewhere along the line I switched over to the iPhone. But yeah, back in the day, I had the old style ones. I hated Verizon. That was a really bad network. Dropped calls all the time. Never got reception. That one phone, people tried to call me on it, and they said you don't answer your phone, and it was literally dead in certain areas of my house. If I had it in a certain area in the house, it wouldn't ring. So yeah, just the way it was back then. But now it's all different, you know. But back in the old days, the tech was cool. And yeah, the pagers, everybody had a pager. They had a there for a while. They were doing those two-way pagers that you had to have. They were little flip-up ones, and then they had the keyboard. And if someone else had a pager, you can talk back and forth. You can get alerts and sports scores and all that stuff. That was before smartphones. I remember that. It was before all that stuff. And then when they first started coming out with them, you had to do the texting with the number. Each number, there was no keyboard. You had to use the number, scroll through the letters. It'd take you 10 minutes to make a text. A, B, C, D, E, F. Yep. And that's what I watched that thing. That's what happened. That's what killed BlackBerry. BlackBerry was on top for a long time with the physical keyboard and all the texting and all that. And everybody was like, wow, this is great. I love my BlackBerry. I love my keyboard. And then iPhone came out and said, hey, guess what? And everybody went, BlackBerry what? And it went down. There might be one or two Blackberries out there, but nah, it's kind of a dead thing. Maybe some people still have them, but not many. And I don't see any new ones out anymore. So, but back in the day, that was it. Palm Pilots, um, the electronic organizers, um, all that other stuff. Yeah, back in the day, yeah, that was expensive. Storage was not cheap. I remember all the little thumb drives and stuff. It was 16 meg for like you could get it for $5. I would go down to Fry's all the time. Fry's has gone out of business, but I would go there and I'd look at the thumb drives. You can get like a cheap thumb drive for like $10, couple gig. Uh, so boxes of discs, boxes of floppies, boxes of CDs. Um, remember that. State of the art back then, but physical stores are few and far between, and people do not go in anymore. Yeah, they had the pen, all that other stuff. Yeah, and you know what? Best Buy, seriously, I don't know anybody that goes in there. I don't go in there. At one time, it was a big deal, but yeah, physical stores are kind of going away. I mean, I still think that people are going there for their deals and their Christmas stuff, but I haven't been to a Best Buy in 10, 15 years. Everything was overpriced. um, get the deals online are better. You can get a better deal, cheaper. Although you can't physically look at them, but that's what a lot of people would do. They'd go to Best Buy or they'd go somewhere, Target or Walmart, and physically look at whatever they wanted to buy, and then they would go online and see what they can get, what kind of a deal, either on Amazon or eBay or some electronic store. You can get a better deal online, but you actually physically go somewhere to look at it, pick it up, see it in person. A lot of people are still old school like that. They like to see what they're buying. They like to touch it. like to see how big it is, how heavy it is. Yeah, I remember Circuit City. We had one called Computer City. That went away. Comp USA, that went away. What else do we have? Best Buy. Computer City went away. What did they have that other one? In the mall, Software, etc. I remember going there and they had all the stuff on display. Egghead Software, that was another one. I remember that. But yeah, you go to Fry's and you go to all these other places and they had deals, but I don't know. Been a while. I remember I went to Fry's right before it closed, and that was like, I went through that whole store and I didn't see one deal that I even wanted. Everything was way overpriced. Yeah, that's true. If you could actually see it in person, sometimes it's a little bit better. You can't really judge by a picture all that well. Uh, some people are old school like that, especially with certain things like clothes or furniture or um, things like that that you have to really look at. Like if you were to buy a chair or something, you couldn't sit in it online. So you have to go there in person, try it out. And I know they have return policies where you can return them and all that stuff, but some stuff you have to go in person. Yeah, Radio Shack, I remember that. I remember going to Radio Shack a long time ago, and they were annoying because you would go into Radio Shack and you'd want to just buy batteries or a wire or something, cable. Maybe you didn't have the right cable or a connector or something like that. And they'd always, can I get your name, address, and phone number, please? Even if you were paying cash. Like I went in there and bought some batteries, and then they made me fill out my name, address, and phone number, and they hand wrote off the receipt. So, and it was for their mailing list. I remember that. And it's like, I don't want to have to give you all my information just to buy a pack of batteries. Well, we have to do it for the receipt. We have to give it to everybody. Yeah, it was not fun, and all the stuff that they had was like way overpriced. I remember seeing the scanners and the cell phones and yeah, walkie talkies and actual phones, answering machines, clock radios, stuff like that. They were real big on remote control cars. I remember that. Had the little remote control cars, and sometimes though, if you wanted certain things like a plug or a cable or a connector, you didn't have the right one. You got the wrong cable. You need a different connector, and for 20 cents or whatever. It was kind of cool to go in there. Like now, if you go into the hardware store or something, good luck. You might be able to find it in there. Walmart may have it. Drugstores might have it, but yeah, they always had something like connectors or adapters or all that other stuff. And I hate doing that because actually I bought some cables and I got the wrong plug. Yeah, but Walmart's horrible. Walmart is horrible. I won't go there right now. I'll have them shipped, but I will not go to the store. My Walmart is not a happy experience. There's too much trouble around there. And surprisingly, In and Out is right in the Walmart shopping center. So, and now they put a drive-through Starbucks in there too, so I don't know how that's going to be, but I do not go to the Walmart anymore. I'm actually afraid. So you have a lot of homeless that hang out there. Yep, they're locking them up. There's homeless in the parking lot. They camp out in the grass and the bushes. They steal from there. A lot of people cruise to parking lots to try to break into your car. Gang members are around there. It's just not a very good place to go. The parking lot is a disaster. There's trash everywhere. It's all messed up. Um, you have to park way far away and walk all the way over there. And the store itself is a mess. Trash everywhere, stuff in the aisles. It's not organized. No one knows what they're doing. You get into the line and it's like a half hour wait to get to the register, and it's not a fun deal. So I do not do Walmart much anymore. I'll have it shipped. That's about it. Now it's just that's just a bad area. And it's just becoming a thing now because they can't chase the people. They're not allowed to go after them, so the people could just go in there, take what they want, and they're not going to get anything for it. They won't pursue them, and they just go. So a lot of that happens. I don't know how many times I've been in there, and all of a sudden I hear that little ding. You have activated Walmart's security system. Please step back through the portal and have your purchases checked. Ding, you have activated Walmart's security system. Please step back through and then no one does anything. They just walk. So it's either they're taking something, they didn't deactivate the tag, or who knows what. They don't stop you, they just let you go. So, yeah, do not. Target's getting that way too. Target's really bad. And actually, um, Target is getting that way, and that shopping center is actually getting bad. I think that the shopping center there is dying because a couple places have gone from that shopping center, at least away from there. There was a Chinese food place that went out. They just got rid of their GNC store that was in there, where I would get some stuff sometimes. They've got other places they're all going. Beauty supply store went away. A lot of stuff is going away from there. So I don't know. It's not a good area. But like I said, I will get them shipped. It's easier. Uh, and then if it's in stock or not. I hate going in there, walking through the store, and looking for whatever it is they're looking for and finding out they don't have it. Or it's arranged somewhere differently. It's on the other side of the store, and you have to look through the whole thing. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, they probably closed a whole lot of them. They closed our Pizza Hut, what, 5 years ago? So I'm not surprised. Yeah. And our GNC store closed overnight. I had just gone in there. Yep. hmm That was that was what I bought. That was the last thing I bought at the GNC store that closed. um, it was actually not too bad. There will be another review at noontime. The other WWE C4 drink that they put out in association with WWE. They came out with two of them. Ruthless Raspberry and Cherry Power Bomb. I don't know. I don't think they have that anymore. But I know I would go into that GNC to get the energy drinks, and I saw those supplements and powders and all that stuff, and they were like super expensive. Even the energy drinks in there were like $3, $3.50 for some of them, and I know I could get them cheaper. They did have a good selection of flavors in there, because I haven't seen the WWE ones anywhere else. Actually, I had to buy that online. The Woo, and that has been getting so much attention lately. Apparently, There was a podcast about something, and they're saying there's some ingredients in the Woo energy drink that are from the zombie apocalypse or something. I don't know. Um, Been getting quite a few comments about that. Guess some podcaster put a little thing out about it and said, you know, they got mushrooms in there, and if you mood altering, woo, yeah, yeah. I remember seeing all those supplements and powders and creatine and bulk up and all this stuff that they had, either weight loss or protein powders and all that stuff that they would have, weight gain, so you could bulk up. See that in there all the time. I never used anything. I would just go in there occasionally and look for the energy drinks. Sometimes they had ones that I didn't find anywhere else, or they had certain flavors that not everybody got. I've not seen the WWE ones in the regular stores in Walmart, or they might be in like 7-Eleven, or you can order it online, but yeah, tough to find them sometimes. And sometimes you'll find them in out of the way stores, mom and pop shop, um, maybe Asian market. I don't know. Sometimes you do see them, but I have found some very strange drinks, very strange items. Believe it or not, I found the one the other day that I had to order online. I found it in the grocery store. I don't think I want to buy it. It was a 4 pack, and I was like, oh, no, not that good. Novelty item, one time deal. I have tried those strange drinks and strange things, and it's like a one time shot. It's like, no, I'm not going to buy these again. But they do have them. Occasionally, I've been into some certain supermarkets and they have strange things. Yeah, we do have a vitamin shop over a little ways away. I went in there one time. I got some stuff, but I think they still have it. And they closed the one store that was over there. I like to go to. It was called Lucky's California. They had a lot of cool stuff in the cooler, and bottled all the bottled things and strange stuff like that. They ended up closing the store. I guess it didn't do enough business. Um, I would go there occasionally, but yeah, they closed the whole market. So now I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna put in there. I don't know. I still got a local one, but that one was kind of cool because when it first opened, it was really cool. They had like you can get honey by the ounce. You can get powdered spices by the ounce. You can put them in a little container. Um, they had like frozen, uh, ready-made dinners that you could get by the pound, like stir fry frozen. They had a really nice wine section. They had cheese, deli, all that stuff. It's a really nice store, but I guess its location was no good. They had a pretty good produce section. They had a lot of unique stuff, but it was there about, I don't know, about 5 years maybe, and it didn't do well. So they pulled the plug, shut it down. I don't know. um, well, that's the thing. I need to if I am gonna do a trivia night, I'm gonna have to get on earlier, and I'm gonna have to, get a good audience because trivia with like 4 people, nah, not real good. If I do that, and if I have to go, I'd have to go early, like I don't know, 7 or 8, my time, which would be 9 or 10 or 11 that your time. So East Coast. I don't know. Well, I'll have to see about that. Um, as far as updates, Just check. I do videos daily. I've been doing lives Monday nights, Wednesday nights, and Friday nights. So that's when I do the lives and videos every day. Sometimes you'll get more than one in a day. I put a poll up every couple days so you can answer the poll. But other than that, also I do have an Instagram account that I post pictures and stuff on there. Um, but yeah, pretty much all the stuff is online. You can check the community tab for polls and stuff. The latest poll that I put up was, "What is your drink for New Year's Eve?" Was it? Are you doing champagne? Are you doing regular punch? Are you doing soda or bubbly water, or are you doing mixed drinks and beer? I know some people get a little bit. Um, they like a celebration. They like the champagne. They like mixed drinks. Some people just do punch or soda. People just do water. I don't know. Whatever your tradition is. Yeah, the Martinelli's. Only trouble with that is super super concentrated. That stuff makes me burp. If you get that, yeah, the bottle of cider. They got all kinds of different ones now. They got apple. They've got apple grape, apple pear, apple um, white white apple. They got all kinds of different ones. Yeah, everybody's going to be a little different. They like their mixed drinks. They like their um, wines, champagne, sparkling, whatever, tea, coffee. I don't know. Everybody's a little, or they put a little a little shot in the coffee, I guess. Bailey's Irish Cream, whatever it is you guys do to bring in the new year. A lot of people just, traditional champagne, beer, wine coolers. I don't know, is that's still a thing? Um, Not like it used to be, or just plain old straight out of the bottle. I don't know. People take the shots. Yeah, but if you are going to celebrate, please celebrate responsibly. Stay at home or have a designated driver if you are going to go out somewhere. You know, best to stay at home if you're going to do any kind of celebrating. Keep it at home. That way you can do whatever you want, drink as much as you want, and stay safe at home. So, yeah, that's the best advice I could say. Don't try to do the going out and getting out there and then doing the driving and stuff. A lot of people, the bars and stuff will offer you a free ride. Some of them, Uber. If you have a little bit too much to drink, some of the people will actually give you a ride for free if you've had a little too much. But yeah, if you are going to celebrate for New Year's, please do so responsibly. Can't stress it enough. I've known quite a few people that ended up, you know, having a lot of problems and lost quite a few friends and stuff to a little bit too much partying. And it happens all too often. So be responsible, stay at home if you can, celebrate there. Best advice I could give, like I said. Or like I said, if you're not into the alcoholic, you can get punch, you can ginger ale, sodas, all kinds of different stuff. I remember making punch for New Year's, like pineapple and Hawaiian punch and ginger ale. Um, I remember the long time ago, they stopped making it. Canada Dry used to make Collins mix. Now you can only find it in like a bartender bottle type thing or in a powdered mix. But I used to watch Benny Hill's New Year's Eve Gala on New Year's, and I would drink Collins mix with maraschino cherries to celebrate the new year because they would the one channel out here would run Benny Hill from like 11 o'clock till like 1 o'clock, all the old Benny Hill episodes, and I'd be drinking my Collins mix and just ringing in the new year watching Benny Hill. That was my tradition. I don't know what you guys did, if you did any parties or dips or drinks or have friends over for celebrations. I don't know. Some people go out of town, they go to hotels, ski lodge, I guess. I don't know. It just depends how uh how you want to celebrate. I know for New Year's the prices on some of these hotels and suites and stuff can run quite a bit. I've seen all those ones. I remember when it was what 2000, they were like they jacked the prices way up for New Year's night. And I know when we get to New Year's, there's gonna be a lot of noise, and the cats are gonna freak out because everybody's doing fireworks and shooting guns and making noise and all that. They get a little bit spooked, and unfortunately, not much we could do about that. But hopefully, it won't be that bad this year. They do hear the noise; they get a little freaky, and that's why we try to keep them calm and let them keep them away from the windows and the doors. It's usually not too bad lately, ever since everybody's had to stay in or they go out of town. Now, I don't know what's going to be like here because we've been getting rain and fog. So, and I think it's supposed to rain on New Year's Day. So we probably not going to do any fireworks or anything like that with it raining. So that'll be a good thing. If it rains on New Year's Eve, they won't have any fireworks or loud things if it's raining out, which is good. Make it for a quiet, at least here. Now, I don't know if you guys watch the fireworks shows or anything on the TV. They have that sometimes. But yeah, I just been taking it easy, watching old movies, old shows. I watched some of the new movie, and one of them I watched was lame, and then I watched a couple other one. I watched Wonka was okay. Didn't really care for it. A lot more people are saying that it's good. I didn't particularly care for it, but um, yeah, I don't know. And they're more into some of these other shows and superhero movies. I can't get into them. I don't know. Maybe you guys can. I don't know. But yeah, just been taking it easy, working on the reviews. I got a lot of new stuff. Finally done with all the coffee reviews. that's uh that's gonna be good. I won't have to get up in the mornings like that anymore, at least for a while. I haven't heard anything about it, but other than that, yeah, stay tuned for all the new reviews and new stuff. And when the new year comes in, I do have to work on that, getting the stuff together, and I'm gonna do run the contest. I wanted to wait until after the holidays with all the shipping and all the uh, hubbub and all that stuff because if I was to do have to deal with the shipping and all that stuff and all the hubbub and the mail times and all that stuff, and it'd be a disaster. So I'm gonna put something together. I will give away five prize packets because I reached to 5,000, and it's gonna be candy, drink mix, um, whatever, whatever else. I have a lot of things that I had to buy, like a bulk bag, and I've got like hard candy and lollipops and stuff like that that I've got on the go drink mixes. Some of them that won't be that heavy, so I could ship them to you guys. And so I'm gonna put 5 packs together and do a random draw. But I have to put that together, and like I said, I wanted to wait until after the holidays and everything died down and all the shipping and all that stuff got a little calmed down because then the mad rush to get everybody their presents and the shipping centers are overwhelmed, and yeah, it was not a fun place. So I will get to that soon. Um, but other than that, yeah, a lot of new stuff. I think I got most of the holiday items out, all the Christmas themed things, the snowflakes, the Christmas candy. Um, yeah, a lot of that stuff. So the peeps, the marshmallow peeps with the peppermint, that was kind of cool. There's a lot more out there. I'm gonna see if I think they're already gone though. I was gonna look and see if they had stuff after Christmas, but I think it's already picked over. Sometimes you can get things for cheap. The giant candy, but I think they're already gone. So I'll definitely keep my eyes open for those. Stay tuned for some new chip reviews, candy reviews, a lot of different stuff. And I've got things that are out there. Like I said, I showed it to you guys last night. Not everybody was here for this, but I did get I sent away for a candy pack from England. And some of these I have tried before, but I did get I got a box of chocolate here. Yep. You guys can see it. This is Frito. I've done the flake, I've done the Wispa, and I've done twirl. But this has got dairy milk, a boost bar. I've done the crunchy. This one's called fudge. This one's just called fudge. And dairy milk light. A couple other ones, boost bars. But I sent away for this. This was from Esty, and I think it was called gift box chocolate or something like that. I don't even know. But it came in that fun thing. And also, I showed these last night, but I have done both of these. But I sent away for the Wonka bar, the real Wonka bar from the movie, and the Oompa Loompa bar. This is Huckleberry. One I have to try that I haven't tried is Wonka Scrumdiddlyumptious. So I sent away for all those, and I will have to try those. But you will see, you can see the Wonka bar and you can see the Oompa Loompa bar reviews. I put those out a little while ago. That was in the conjunction with the new Wonka movie that they have. That just came out, I think it was on the 15th. As a prequel, different guys, how Wonka started out. He started his chocolate making, and he helped get some girl out of a laundry, and just how he started out as a prequel before all the factory, before all the Oompa Loompas and all that fun stuff. So, yeah, Timothy Chamoy. I I wasn't real impressed with it. There was so much that they talked about that happened off screen that they could have done much more. They could have actually put that in the movie, like where he met the Oompa Loompa and he stole his chocolate. He didn't. They didn't show that. They could have shown it. Um, yeah, and how he first came about making chocolate. So, okay, Andre, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. There was just so much they could have done with that. Um, I get they're setting up for the whole thing, but I don't know. They lost a lot of they lost a lot of opportunities that they could have done. They talked about it, they didn't really go into it. It was an okay movie, but yeah. My favorite is still the original Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Gene Wilder. That's one of my favorite movies. Never going to be another like it. And as far as I'm concerned, leave it alone. Let it stay. Uh, you know, all the other things are few and far between. Totally not any comparison. So That's my opinion. I thought the regular one was great, but they're always rebooting. They're always uh, coming up with new versions. They're coming out with sequels to things that they figure they need to have a sequel. I don't know why. But yeah, reboots, different directions, different producers. Some of them should have been left alone. Yeah, Gene Wilder, as far as I know, there was nothing wrong with that movie. It was lighthearted, it was family movie. The songs were great. Um, it's just a really good movie, fun for the whole family, and a timeless classic. So the other ones they've done since, no comparison. Still watch it whenever I get a chance to. Still like all the the comedy in it. It was great, even though it's 50 years old at this point. Uh, but yeah, great movie. And yeah, Gene Wilder was the best. Most of his movies were pretty good. Some of them were okay, but he was a great actor. And yeah, used to watch that every now and then. Lately, what have I been watching? Into the 80s movies now. Canon, ninja movies, missing in action, all those kind of things. Some of the other comedies and stuff from a while back. Some of the old series, sitcoms, comedies. I think they're gonna change up the schedule a little bit starting the new year, so they're gonna switch things around. But other than that, yeah, just been taking it easy, working on the reviews, just trying to see what's new out there. It's kind of slow as far as new releases and new um, items at the restaurants. A lot of the stuff is re-released, the things that I've already done. I know someone was asking me the other day, how come I hadn't gone to Jack in the Box and tried the new items? I did try a couple of new items that they put out, but a lot of the items that they put out were already out, and I've already reviewed them. Same with Burger King did it. Yeah, what was it? Um, Silver Streak, I think, was the one that they were in together. That was kind of funny. Stir Crazy, I think. What? I think they were in Stir Crazy together. The old ones, man. I hadn't seen them for a while. But yeah, so it's kind of slow right now. I think beginning of the year they'll start putting out other things. And hopefully some new items could be coming up. I know Taco. I saw something about Taco Bell's got something coming up. It's a rehash of all the stuff they've already got. Yeah, I don't know. So January they're talking about new items coming up. Yeah, but other than that, not a lot right now. But I'm sure there will be some out there, and I'll hear stuff and stuff. But in the meantime, I've got other things ready to go. I got some mashups. I got some things that I've had for a little while. I can put those out, and yeah, lots to keep you guys in videos. Like I said, I have the daily videos out there, and so you can check those out. And other than that, yeah, it's going to be business as usual. So hopefully everybody's going to be enjoying their holiday season, getting ready for New Year's. I guess stocking up. I don't know if you guys are doing foods or banquets or anything like that, or just staying in and having a family time. I'm sure a lot of people are getting ready to take the tree down, clean up from all the holiday stuff, the mess. A lot of people probably trying out all their new holiday gifts and stuff that they got, all their new items, toys, whatever it is they got. I hope you guys had a Merry Christmas, and I hope you will celebrate the New Year responsibly and have a good time with that. Other than that, that's it for tonight. I think it's been what, about an hour and a half, and I think I'm gonna have to start wrapping it up and get out of here because I can feel the voice starting to go. So I will be back on Friday with a all new live stream, and in the meantime, stay tuned to all the different reviews that are out. I'll be having a bonus review. You can see part two to the um, the C4 WWE thing. I put another one out just because I tried two of them together. So see that later today, and regular stuff on the regular. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. Hopefully, you guys will have a happy holidays and nice new year. And like I said, take it easy, get a little bit of rest, and recover from all the hectic holiday season. So I will see you guys on Friday, everybody. And thanks for tuning in. And everybody have a great holiday week and great holiday weekend. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'll see you soon.